Next week is All Elite Wrestling's annual Grand Slam event at Arthur Ashe Stadium before they go to Australia in just a few months. But first, we gotta talk about this show, wherever the fuck this event was. I'm John Renton with my review of AEW Dynamite from Wilkes-Barrely, Pennsylvania. 8,000 seat capacity, around 3,500 people. The crowd made as much noise as they could, and honestly, running smaller venues like this is smart. And in regards to what this particular show was, it wasn't good. I really didn't enjoy it. In fact, really, this was one of the most skippable episodes of Dynamite. I understand they can't do landmark television every single time, and yes, maybe they're trying to boost attendance for Arthur Ashe next week because, oh boy, based on what I've seen, I know the ticket sales and attendances are down in some markets. That's just going to happen regardless of how hot or cold your product is. But Jesus goddamn Christ, you're on a goddamn cracker. Apparently they're announcing a television deal soon. I hope it's a big increase. I hope the pay-per-views go to Max for Max subscribers, because I'm a Max subscriber. But yeah, let's just get into it. So, we start off with Right Said Mox. We're going to do a turn on the catwalk. On the catwalk. Here's Marina Shafir on the catwalk. Yeah, we got good old Mox and Claudio and Marina. We still don't know her. Darby skates backstage, and then Jericho against Orange Cassidy. They are fighting over the fact that change was dumped over a Bentley. They are fighting over shampoo. Look, this feud wasn't good to begin with. They're revisiting it, and if you thought that this match was going to be any good, fine. There were fans who were saying, this is awesome. I don't know what the fuck they were watching. This was abysmal. Jericho can't go anymore. Orange Cassidy appeals to the people he appeals to. He doesn't appeal to me. He's never going to appeal to me because it's the same stuff. And we had the Goon Squad fight off a couple times. Once in the beginning and once near the end. Everybody got involved, and then we got a roll of quarters involved, and then, Orange Cassidy won. We were 23 minutes into the fucking program at this point. Their last feud wasn't good, and they're probably going to continue this Wrestle Dream because Jericho said he's not done with the conglomeration. Just whatever. Anyway, so, Right Said Mox are backstage. Yuta must team with them because remember, Yuta is 1/3 of the Trios champions, and we taught you well, and you need to do the right thing. Technically, he doesn't. He could just give the title over and just say, you find somebody. He could do that. But nevertheless, then we go to Marvez with Yuta. Dear God, they gave, Wheeler, I'm helping Yuta promo time. He's trying, but no. Oh, I'll do the right thing. I'll do this one favor. What is it with favors and all this crap and everything? Why are you doing favors for everybody? It's friendships or favors. And then Excalibur, I'm sorry, Excalibur just doesn't have it. I tried to defend him. I understand it's got to be nerve-wracking when you're in over your goddamn head like Lit on the Titan AE soundtrack, but Strong joins commentary and jabs with Taz. Well, Hook takes on JD Ink, literally full of ink. I don't know anything about the guy. Seems like he's in good shape. He got beat up, and he got beat quickly. And then Hook ignores Strong. Marvez is then with Private Party. Why is Alex Marvez still there? Why? Genuine question. He's not a television personality. Private Party basically say, hey, Right Said Mox, we want to have a crack at you because you stopped us from having a match, which is something I totally forgot about until commentary, and they mentioned it. So, Renee is with the Patriarchy. Basically, Nick Wayne has a 4-way match on Rampage to build up to having a title match at some point. Nick Wayne against, I don't know who Nick Wayne's going to face. Maybe Okada, that would be something. That'd be 2 heels, though. Maybe it's Nick Wayne against Ospreay. I don't know what they're doing with Ospreay here in a little bit. I'll get to that. It's a little bit baffling what they're going to do at Wrestle Dream. Christian then has a world title contract, and Kip Sabian gets shoved down. And what is going on, and why am I supposed to care? It's nothing even against the particular people. I don't hate anybody involved in this. But so many of these feuds, these backstage segments, it's a show that is segmented to, like, okay, we're going to appeal to this fan base right here. We're going to appeal to this fan base right here. And we're not going to have they have cohesive narratives at times. They have things that run through the show. But Tony Khan doesn't know how to book a coherent show. And a coherent, straight line or even like a couple twists. Any storyline that could work. Tony Khan can't succeed at. The talents have to succeed because Tony Khan is not built for this. So, anyway, Mariah May and the Maitre d' took on Yuka Sakazaki, whose theme will now be in your head forever, the Genie Girl, and Queen Aminata. Do 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 do, Aminata. Do 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 do, Aminata. Do do, and now it's in your head. You will never unhear it. Okay, Diva's good in the ring, but incredibly boring. Mariah May kind of stalls and looks all, catty and whatnot. And Yuka is strong for her diminutive size. Aminata has good size, but the thing is, this match at points wasn't awful and then got really, really messy. There was a point where Yuka showed off some strength, slamming both of her opponents, slamming deep, slamming Mariah on deep, did a dive, taking out her own partner. And then soon after, Mariah May hits Yuka Sakazaki with the title, and that's it. That's it. Just beats her with the title, and we're going to get a match at Grand Slam, apparently. So, okay. So, then Mina Shirakawa gets a package where basically she says that she still loves Mariah May. She doesn't know what she's become, but if AEW wants me, if you want Mina, Mina is coming. So is everyone else watching this, but I digress. Look, Shirakawa has a great look, an incredible look. Good God, her eyes may actually be her best feature because she just has beautiful goddamn eyes. And, okay, they're going to have Shirakawa and Mariah May possibly team up, maybe face off against each other at Wrestle Dream. I'm kind of just hoping they do something to get people into Wrestle Dream because I have tickets, but I don't know how quick the tickets are moving. And I don't think they're going to draw a sizable crowd unless they really give a reason for people to go to fucking Tacoma. But anyway, yes, Mina Shirakawa looking great. And then they do a package on Danielson and Nigel, their history in Ring of Honor, Mark Briscoe, Jerry Lynn, and Roderick Strong talk. That was fine. That was some good stuff. That's one reason why I'm glad Tony Khan has the Ring of Honor TV library and the tape library. Hopefully Ring of Honor can maybe be part of the television program and maybe they can get something on Max where people can watch it instead of just having... I'm not even saying Honor Club is the worst thing in the world, but not enough people are watching it. I rarely see people talk about it. Example, when I went to Collision just before Wrestle Dream last year, around just under a year as this recording, they had maybe 4,000 people there after they had a little over twice that for Dynamite just about 9 months prior. By the time they started Ring of Honor, it was about 10, 15 minutes. When they changed the ring skirts and everything, they were down to about 2,500. By the time they got to the 5th of 12, yes, 12 goddamn matches, they were down to 1,000. You could... My friend and her and I could have moved down to, the lower level and been able to sit there, and it would have been fine. We might have actually been able to get, been able to get a better view, even though we had a pretty decent view. They got to find a better way to use Ring of Honor, is my point. They really need to. They need to find a way to set up a taping schedule where they can get a fresh crowd in. I like when they did it at Universal Studios and maybe run a few pay-per-views, just whatever. Anyway, Right Said Mox make their entrance. Private Party attacks, immediately gets blindsided. Marina Shafir, I think that's who she is, we still don't know her, was beating the shit out of one of them, Isaiah Cassidy, and then Commander gets stopped. They're trying to make it where they're this utterly badass team and they're NWO 2000. That's what it feels like. That's really what it feels like. Even though there's star power, it's trying to recreate something that just wasn't that just was stale by that point. It was stale before they decided to turn them heel, is my point, and I don't think this is freshening things up. So, Alex Abrahantes got taken out. Marina Shafir got the mic. Thank God she didn't cut a promo, because I think everybody's ears was split in two. And eardrums, doesn't matter. Moxley then takes out a toolbox, gets a hammer. Stop. Hammer time. And he basically says, you and Mark Quinn are in the same position you were 5 years ago. He's not wrong. And then he hits Isaiah Cassidy with a goddamn hammer. Okay, is this... Private Party is not going to mean anything more to this television program than they already do. And that's sad to say. And Marina, you could try whatever you want. They have had her for a couple of years. It has not worked. Claudio is a very, very talented wrestler. I don't think he's really ever been that interesting, or it has been that interesting in the last year. I'd say the last interesting thing he actually did was around a year ago when he faced Eddie Kingston. Other than that, he's just been floating. And Mox, watch this be that this does lead, oh, it's not your company anymore, and it's Shane McMahon. That would be so stupid. He'd be so stupid. Anyway, you sick fuck chance. Darby comes out, hits Claudio with a skateboard, faces off against Mox, and then tries to hit Mox with a skateboard, and he powders and then basically says, I'm going to run through you, and I'm going to go on to challenge for the world title, Wrestle Dream. And then we get a package on the scape joke, Jack Perry. Try as you might, I don't care. I'm never going to care about him. So Ricochet took on the Meep Mortos, the son of Mantar, the Meep. Can't unhear it now. They did big flips, little flips, and all kinds of flips. And boy, when they hit them, they were impressive. Unfortunately, they didn't hit all of them. And when they didn't, hoo boy. This ended with that press slam off the top that the Meep Mortos does is impressive. But then he got hit with hello, we've got a thing called vertigo. Ricochet then basically, I don't know if he was trying to stop Meep Mortos' mask from falling off or what, but he just got his hand right in there like he was trying to fist him from his skull. Hangman TA promo package. We got a Collision 10-man, and they may have something with the Outrunners. I will say that right here. I'm probably not going to review Collision because I have things to do, and Collision is a hard show to get through. So, Hangman then confronts Shivani, basically says, everyone who helped Swerve, cheered Swerve, whatever, you will pay. Oh, you cheered him? How about I take you out? And then Jeff Jarrett showed up. They're trying with Hangman. They're trying. I just don't, I don't believe it. He's trying to talk himself into it. I just don't buy into it. Jeff Jarrett, basically, they have a brawl. Security tries to stop. The other goon squad comes out. The Giant, that means nothing. And Jarrett basically says, if it's the last thing I do, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. I'm basically going to kick your ass. Now, Jarrett, I think, does have a little bit more. I was hoping that they would push this to Wrestle Dream, but I don't think they're going to. I think they're going to go Dynamite. You know, they're going to go Dynamite year 5. Speaking of, Renee then is talking to Ricochet, who gets interrupted by Ospreay, and condensing this, basically, Ricochet's like, I talked to Tony Khan after getting some wins. You're busy next week, but you're not busy the following week for Dynamite year 5. It's me and you. Not on pay-per-view 10 days later, where they actually could maybe build a few more, get a few more buy rates, because Ricochet and Ospreay for the first time could make some money. I understand they want to get some television ratings, and I understand the year 5 or a 5-year anniversary show is a big deal. I didn't think they were going to last this long. I'm glad I was proven wrong. I thought Tony Khan would have cracked by this point, except he doesn't take crack. But I digress. They need to. They really need to push this pay-per-view. They better have a goddamn plan. They really better have a plan. Speaking of plans, I made other plans because they had Ospreay, Fletcher, and Takeshita against Okada and the Bucks. They're teasing Takeshita and Okada. Please give that at the pay-per-view. And they're teasing Takeshita basically being pissed off at everybody in his group. And they did everything. Rick Knox was referee, so nothing got enforced. 2 breaks, massive overrun. Oh, look, one of the Bucks got pinned. And Takeshita basically just pie faces Ospreay. There you go. That's all I gotta say right there. They have made me not care about Okada. What a shame. What a horrible, horrible money-wasted shame. So, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ricklin. I'll see you soon.